Luka Doncic, there's so many problems about him. He's so unconditional.
I'm always within 10 feet of a hot tub. I don't think I've watched sports.
God doesn't bless those who can't block the A game.
All he has is just off of memory.
I guess nobody gives a shit what's on my mind. Then it's just a taco. What can you say to back up that statement?
Okay,
Blasphemy.
It is what's on your mind. It's not what's true. You want to know what's on my mind? Fucking SEC.
Give me the remote app.
The SEC made a new rule. If fans storm a field,
I saw.
it's a $500,000 fine.
No, even if it's the first.
No, for the university.
Wait.
$500,000 fine.
Wait,
What are we not trying to have?
wait,
so,
the home
team, because that only happens at home games.
That's chump change to an SEC school.
Yeah, but
That's fucking.
it's just ridiculous. Like, what the fuck are we doing out here? Storming fields is part of sports. I love that shit.
Dude, everybody loves a good
You
field
remember when
storm.
fucking Alabama Auburn and they took down the goalpost?
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
what we live for, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna go storm a field. Fuck it.
$500,000 fine. Yeah, you yourself are gonna cost a $500,000 fine. Like, that's ridiculous. It just takes out. I think it's just so much of the fun. Like, I live to see fields get stormed. Yeah. And goalposts get torn down and brought down to the river and tossed into the fucking river. That shit is awesome, dude.
Yeah, it
Although-
feels like a
Burning buses, all that
overstep.
shit.
Is the SEC getting soft?
No, I was gonna say in regards to
Sports in
SEC.
general just keep getting softer. And softer.
Did you see they're like toying with the notion of seceding from the NCAA?
I think you got ball sacked. That
No,
was
Yahoo
that was
posted
from
that.
that was from that all started from a parody Twitter account.
No, the SEC commissioner said, I have people in my office all the time. It's okay, they're not toying with it, but he said, but just the idea, just the fact that it's even a remote thought in any of their heads. He said, I have people in my office always saying, why do we need the NCAA? We don't need them or whatever, and it's something to think about.
Okay, so that was a topic because they're so big now they can do whatever the fuck they want, the SEC.
I mean,
But
yes
a
and no.
parody account of a reporter tweeted that the SEC was going to leave in like 2028. And then that shit took the fuck off.
I haven't seen anything about that.
It was like a 2-day fucking little thing of all these people buying in on it. And then, I mean, maybe you should on a different side of Twitter, man. Got to get on SEC football Twitter.
I'd rather die. I'd rather die.
I'd rather die.
I love it.
Get
But
off the booty cheek Twitter.
they,
That's all the crazy stuff.
I'm in the burnerverse.
it's not,
He's too deep into Big
it's
Ten.
not going to happen.
Who?
It's in the Big Ten Twitter.
Oh, I am pretty deep in. I got circles in there. A lot of them follow me now.
I'm like half in there because of you.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because you're retweeting.
Husker-
I don't mind it.
Husker Phil, Big Ten legend, gave me the follow finally.
I love that.
Been on Twitter since 2008.
Who was that dude you were beefing with the, he was like, actually had like a decent
Oh,
following.
this bookie guy. Yeah, he's bookie.
That was
like
pretty funny.
80K. Was trying to tell me that NFL players would not immediately be a better flag football team.
Oh, yeah.
Than the guys who have to work literal day jobs
Yeah,
just to
all
play
right, that's
fucking
my-
underwear football at night.
That's my new what's on your mind. Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. Like,
He was getting dragged. I was every one of my tweets to him. I wasn't even trying, but every time I replied to him, I ratioed him. So
I get what that one dude said.
That's how you know you won.
Numbers.
That quarterback when he said
Yeah.
like we built this so we deserve the right. No, you don't.
Yeah,
you don't
no.
deserve the right. It's whoever the
See
fuck
the way
the
you
best
throw,
is deserves the
motherfucker.
right. Oh my god, dude! I'm pretty sure that I could take the best high school 7-on-7 team and they might beat the shit out of you because they're too busy going to play college football and go to the league than fucking play you guys.
Honestly, the fact that he thinks no-look passes are cool when he's not being rushed by anybody. Also, like, I don't know.
Also, no, you did not build it up. Flag football's been a thing for decades. You're the first to like be televised doing it, but
yeah.
I mean them building it up was more so just a matter of circumstances in the day and age that they were born.
you weren't building it up, buddy. You were playing on grass fields with fucking 20 people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Now he's going to be an Olympic.
try to make the argument that playing flag it's just so much different of technique
And then what they try to say is
strategy than real
you gotta
football.
Play, it's like you got to play both ways because they do. Like you like if you have to start on offense and defense. It's like, oh my god, we can't teach fucking.
Yeah, some of the
we
best.
can't teach the best cornerback in the NFL how to run a fucking post route.
well-conditioned people
Fuck
in the
outta here.
world. Yeah,
You're telling me,
Might have to teach him how to catch
dude,
it though.
Tyreek would like I mean, even though he's an NFL wide receiver, he would clamp probably college wide receivers who are still better than these guys playing flag football. Like, they're just quicker and better. I don't care what dumbass zig post double comeback routes they're fucking running in flag football. You're not leaving him.
Unpopular opinion, I think Travis Hunter would have a hard time adjusting to the 7-on-7 Olympians.
Dude, honestly, yeah, maybe Travis Hunter's the pick for the Olympic team.
He would. I think he'd have to be.
He's like one of the only guys you don't have to teach both ways.
Especially
him and then maybe get a. Oh my God, what's his name?
Well, and also
Michigan. What's his name from Michigan?
I think you just go with the quickest.
Jabril Peppers.
Jabril Peppers. Get him and Jabril Peppers out there.
I think you just go with the quickest guys. That's really it. Just
yeah,
because it's
no,
all
what you do.
Obviously, power runners mean nothing in flag
team,
football.
The best team is Lamar Jackson and any NFL cornerback you can teach to catch a football.
Yeah.
That's the best team right now.
Hear me out. Kyler Murray at quarterback because he's so low to the ground, nobody can reach his flag.
People have said too. Either Kyler or Lamar.
You could almost. I mean, it's kind of like one of those weird differences between like quickness and shiftiness. You know, it's almost like a little different, and you could say that Kyler's shiftier than Lamar. Lamar's just quicker and better. Yeah.
I forget
at everything.
In flag, you still rush the quarterback, right?
You do. It's just
Okay.
like a little, and then once you rush them, they can run. That's the thing too. You rush Lamar or Kyler, gone, instantly gone. There's no point in rushing them. They're gone. And then if you don't rush them, they're gonna take their sweet ass time
gonna pick you
and wait
apart.
till our best receivers get open.
You know, in the 1940s, this might have been a debate. But not in this day and age. Not with these guys.
Oh my
There's
god!
levels to this shit, and they're levels ahead.
All right, who wants to go next?
That was what's on your mind.
That was what's on my mind.
Oh wait, real quick before someone goes, I did have something else to add on. Like going back to the SEC, the notion that they don't need the NCAA and that they're big enough that they can be their own whatever. Yeah, sure. I get that from the standpoint of like TV ratings, like network and everything, like still having like, you know, good competition and everything, but have fun never calling yourself your team's national champions ever again.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I was saying.
NCAA,
They won't have
tournament.
Yeah, they won't.
No, it
won't
definitely won't happen. But like, it's just annoying. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm for whatever reason taking it a little too serious and personal. But like, the arrogance of it just annoys them. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I don't
Everything.
like. Yeah, I get that you're a very like all your schools have a very historic track record and everything. But like, why do you feel the need to just like always say, "Oh, we don't need you guys"? It's like, why? What are you unhappy about?
You know how now I'm thinking of another thing. The SEC has had insane collapses in every sport this year. Football, basketball, and now baseball.
Vandy.
They like every
entire conference.
basically the entire conference collapsed in the regionals. And it was like what was it? It was like since 1985, like 140 something
That wasn't a real
teams.
tweet.
Was that not a real tweet?
Ethan, keep saying it.
What?
Keep saying it, and you'll realize how it's wrong. 23 of them happened this year.
That was not what I saw. I saw like 6 or 7 or whatever it was. Because I know about 6 or
maybe
7.
someone took this and maybe just
fucking made it huge. There's not that many teams in the conference.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, the tweet I saw was that it was fun.
No, I mean maybe they just twisted. Yeah, maybe twisted turn what I saw, but the one I saw basically just almost every single SEC team that hosted a regional ended up not making it to the final. Or what was it? Yeah, like a record amount didn't make it to the final in their own
No,
regional.
none of them made it out of the regional.
Made it out of the regional? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
But it was like it was like historic
Single SEC
collapses.
team made it out of the regional, and like 7 of them hosted the regional.
Who was number one? Vandy.
Vandy.
And they got beat by Wright State.
Yeah,
Wright
right.
State.
Louisville was national seed number 2. They were a 1 seed, but like national seed number 2, and they lost to oh my god.
well, they're ACC, aren't they?
Yeah, but still, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But
College baseball is kind of crazy. College baseball's sick, dude. I love college
Yeah,
baseball.
Auburn, LSU, and Tennessee. Auburn, LSU, Tennessee, and Arkansas were the only ones to make it, and basically every SEC team was either hosting or
much
in a
every
regional.
SEC
Is Coastal Carolina still a good team from when they? Oh, so were they
I
a one and
thought
done
they
or
won.
No, they weren't.
no? They
They weren't
had,
a
like,
one. They weren't a one and done, but they're not like top line
They didn't
dominance
maintain.
like they were. No,
Coastal Carolina won.
it was just like it was just
no, but I mean, like they won, and then like they had like a couple. Good
it was like
years
an
after
8-year
that,
stretch.
right?
They might have won
Oh,
two.
was it?
They might have won two in that. Span.
They're in
but
the-
it was like a 6-7 year
Okay.
stretch where they were competing for the national title.
They made it to
every
the
year.
Super Regional.
Nice.
They're the 13th ranked team in the country.
But no, that's a good point about like all the collapses they had this year. Yeah.
What I feel like I want to ask Seth and Fabius, one of you two. What's on one of your guys' mind?
Seth, you're up, baby.
Go Brewers.
Yeah.
8-game win streak. Brewers
Sal
are back.
Frelick, greatest brewer of all time.
Dude, I fucking love Sal Frelick.
I don't know. I've never loved a guy
Talk
not on my own
about
team so fucking
just a
much.
fucking
I love him.
gritty. He'll do anything to fucking help the team win, dude.
I just love this guy's name.
And his
Sal.
name.
Playing with a guy named Sal, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Free lick.
Some free lick sounds decent.
So yeah, go Brewers. Finally have something good to talk about.
Oh yeah, looking nice.
Yelich has been looking solid ever since.
Hit a home run tonight
Evan
while
said
we're
that
talking right
Nick
now.
Castellanos is better than him.
Hey, I'm just pointing out the numbers.
Only fucking been shelling since you said that, so that's awesome.
Do you know about the Yelich, pardon my take, fucking thing going on?
No.
So,
Yeah.
pardon my take, made an agreement whatever odd years ago. They said to Yelich when they had him on like the first time, where it was like, if Yelich wins the home run derby, Big Cat and PFT will eat each other's ass. And
Dude.
and so he's like,
Get Yelich in the derby
it's like
this
it's
year.
like a running joke, but now like it's gotten so big that like Yelich even said once he hit that he had a 2 home run game, right? Was that what it was? Once he hit the second home run, he could hear people in the stands talking about that, like that, and like even Scott Van Pelt, like people who come on their show will ask them about it.
Dude,
Like,
that's awesome.
And they're like, now they just keep trying to come up with ploys to stop Yelich.
Dude, if
Dude.
for whatever reason he does
Get him in the
Would there
derby
be
this
video
year.
evidence?
no, if he is in the derby when he's up to
Video
bat,
evidence?
you have to have those two front and center.
Yes, have them in
Like,
like
that's
a small square in the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
like just sweating and
Yeah.
like all nervous and everything.
Because Yelich said that if he wants to do at least one more derby before he retires, because he thinks he's got like 5 years left in him.
He said he'd only do it in Miller Park though.
Did he say that? Okay. So
But doesn't Milwaukee have the All-Star game in like 2028?
Do that?
I don't know.
That's-
Wrigley just
that
got
might
announced
be-
for 2027.
that might be
so
right.
it might be undecided.
'Cause,
Undecided right?
Yelich has like 3 years left in his Milwaukee contract. He said wherever he ends up after that, or if he stays
I think
in
I was thinking
Milwaukee,
Chicago.
he'll play 2 more years. He thinks after that. So he said at least 1 year he'll try to do it. But what were you talking about video? And then he said that he'll bring them, like he's going to bring them to the home run derby.
you got anything else, Seth?
Not really much else. I think there was other things, but I'm blanking right now, so somebody else go.
Giannis is leaving.
Giannis still isn't leaving.
No.
Babe.
Giannis will be there next
I
year.
don't have jack shit to talk about. Like
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
trying to think.
How do you feel about Tom Thibodeau getting fired?
You know, Tom was one of those guys that he really brought some culture to the program. I really think he did something really good for the Knicks, and it's just a shame that
Shocked you knew what team.
I about to say
it's a shame that, you know, after all these years of them sucking straight ass, that they decide to get one of the only things that was good to them in the past 30 fucking years. So
You know, if I
it's a shame.
didn't know you, I would have actually taken that seriously.
yeah,
That was pretty good.
that was
No, I think you meant that.
yeah.
I meant it.
You know what they
I mean,
you know what
the
you
last
probably
thing they had was
you'd
Linsanity. Before that, it was Spike Lee.
you'd like him too because he's known for running the most intense practices in the NBA. Like they run it like college practices.
And he's known for running his players into the ground.
Yeah, but
Like I guarantee you that like yes, he's a successful coach, but I promise you the Knicks front office is probably like, yeah, you know, we paid Jalen Brunson a lot of money. We just gave up a lot of capital to get Karl-Anthony Towns here. We'd like to see him be able to play for the Knicks for more than 2.5 years.
I don't.
soft.
That's just,
I go back and forth with it. It's tough.
Well, that's
Because
I know. All I, know
mean,
is I wouldn't like to play for him, but watching like that's pretty cool.
Teams, yes, they do seem to have all this success until they get deep into the playoffs, and then they kind of just injuries start to rack up, or they just kind of sputter out, and eventually lose. And I don't know if that's directly because of how much he's playing his guys, or it's just. I mean, also it's just hard to win a fucking championship.
Well, it's hard.
I think a lot of people
his
forget.
rotations too are tough. It's like tough to win deep in the playoffs because like you play so many games.
He only plays like 6 guys.
He plays like 6 or 7 guys. So it's like yeah, he's hard on them in the regular season, but what happens is you get into the postseason, you start to play the back-to-backs, you start to fucking fly on planes across the country all the time. Like you get way more tired, and then when you're still only playing 6, 7 guys, like. That's when it really catches up on you, you know, like because in one 7-game series, like the Knicks were traveling across country, like not across country, but that's a far flight, like 4 times, or 3 times. So
what I don't remember what they did first round. Was it what game they went to? But then second round was 6, third round was 7.
That's what I'm saying, like all that cross country flight while only playing 6 or 7 guys. That's fucking crazy.
No, I mean, like even like when the Warriors were like in the middle of their dynasty, like when the Cavs were making it to the finals for 7 straight years or whatever it was, the Heat, the Spurs, all those teams had at least 2, maybe 3 guys that could come off the bench and still contribute meaningful minutes.
Yeah.
No, if you don't have an 8-man rotation in the playoffs, it's gonna be tough to win a fucking championship.
Yeah, and yeah, like it's tough to win a championship and everything, and like you want to give him that slack and benefit of the doubt, but at the same time with him, he's been in this league long enough. This is his 3rd team he's coached. There's a pattern with him.
Yeah.
Has he won a chip before?
Nope.
Who was
he won one as an assistant with the
who
Celtics.
who was he before? Bulls.
So you started out, Bulls, Minnesota, Knicks.
Minnesota. Damn.
But
Yeah, because I do like Tibbs. I think
I do
he's a
too.
top 5 coach in the NBA right now.
I couldn't argue. I
But
don't know enough to
also,
I think
He
coaching is
hasn't
meaningless in the
made
NBA.
it to the mountaintop, and
yeah,
it's gonna continue to be a blemish
I
on
think-
his resume until
part of the
never happened.
he either changes or I guess he finds the right team that's gonna be able to withstand his fucking abuse.
Yeah, I've also like
I wouldn't call it abuse. I'd call it
in
culture.
in the NBA.
Withstand his culture.
In the NBA, I feel like you can only get by doing shit like that with young guys. So like, and what do you need to win a title? Veterans, and no veteran's gonna put up with that fucking bullshit. Like,
or can they?
Dude,
yeah,
I thought that was gonna be OKC's downfall, was that they have little experience on that team, but
same.
Well,
NBA nowadays is just how many hoopers you can put on the floor.
yeah.
That's all it is. And the Thunder can literally roll out 6 guys who can drop 30.
Dude, they're gonna be so good for the next 5 years.
I know.
yeah.
Did you? Oh, also, this is gonna be like the first finals since, in like the last. It's a lot, like 17. That might be too much. That might be too little. Whatever. Last 17-ish finals, whatever. Where neither team is in the luxury tax.
Oh.
Yeah,
What's the luxury tax?
luxury tax is
Over the salary.
you're over the salary, and you're allowed to because you have all NBA players, and once you have an all NBA player, you can pay them more than the max contract.
But no, I think like another
Key thing that like kind of has gone into like the surprising fact that the Thunder and Pacers made it to the finals. If you guys, I know this is asking a lot from you because I know you don't like doing this, but if you guys like actually watch the games, I don't think the entire playoffs, from what I had seen, I don't think I've seen 2 teams that move the ball better than Indiana and OKC. Like there were just so many instances when in both series where the Knicks or Timberwolves just couldn't keep up with their ball movement, and both teams were just getting so many wide open threes, which obviously it's NBA, you're going to drill those. And if it's like that, then I don't mind seeing a barrage of threes if it's from good ball movement and you just, pass yourself that wide open. But
That was what the Celtics was last year and the year before, was passing into wide open
More
threes.
continuity
This
instead
year
of-
was how many threes can I take with this guy in my face?
yeah, no, exactly. That's what it was.
basketball.
That's what it was with a lot of teams this year, is just panic chucking up threes.
But
The NBA's cooked,
the
unfortunately.
analytics say
The more
that's
three-point-
the way.
That's what Greg Gard went hard into that, but
Yeah.
it's gonna. What sucks? It's kind of funny with Greg Gard. What sucks about that is, fuck, dude. It takes if we come out with the same offense again, and don't have a John Tonji,
is not gonna.
We might
not
be
gonna
in for
be
some
good. Yeah,
rough
not gonna
games.
Be good.
You know what? Actually, I heard an interesting thought earlier today. Was so like the NBA, when small market teams make the finals, usually the viewership is way down, and it's kind of the same in hockey, and it's kind of the same in baseball. But the NFL, people are always watching that shit, no matter where the fuck the team is from.
The NFL does an amazing job of like, there's no team gets any preferential treatment. Like, everybody gets the same amount of Super Bowl hosts. Everybody gets the same amount of drafts.
That's a small market. That's a small market.
They do, the NFL is favoring a team in Kansas.
That's fucking incredible.
It is favoring a team in fucking Kansas City, Missouri. Like,
actually, Kansas City can't even host Super Bowl because they don't have a dome.
Actually, it's such a big city. It goes across 2 states.
Yeah, like that's what like they have small.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a
They
joke,
are separate. But
They have
different governments.
they have to
Anyway,
because they have different state regulations.
No, it's not a joke to me.
They have,
my grandpa lived
like
there.
the NFL.
I was gonna say it was a stupid joke. Let's move on and not dwell on it.
Like the NFL, like look at like they've had so many small markets have such successful teams.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay,
Colts.
fucking Colts, the Kansas City.
Say that.
Well, historically, yes.
No, historically, like all the 2000s and early 2010s. But
Early 2010s. In 2011,
I hate to say it, but Green Bay.
but they had success.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just.
There's no way Green Bay
Green
still
Bay
has a
fucking
franchise
sucks.
in the MLB or NBA.
Yeah. Like it's
They would've been
crazy.
out of there.
The only reason they still
Green
have
Bay
one
is
is
a bad city in my opinion. It's not even meaning the Packers. It's not even meaning the Packers. I don't like it. I don't like the downtown bar scene.
Yeah.
I don't like how close. I don't.
First point.
I don't like the around the stadium. I don't think there's much to do except for on game day.
That stadium.
I don't
That
like
area sits completely empty and except for 9 Sundays a year.
Lambeau is so overrated.
I don't like that. The only reason the Packers
One thing
are
I
still
like-
a franchise is because this man, George Halas, bailed him out 100 years ago and decided that I need to suffer throughout my entire childhood. Watch this team kick my team's butt.
Yeah, what does the S stand for? Stupid?
I want to call me fake fan or whatever. I want to say Stanley. Let me look it up.
Lame. Seth, how do you feel about my comment about Lambeau that I think it's the most overrated fucking stadium in the entire NFL?
One thing I
I mean, if you're a
casual.
casual, yeah, like you're gonna think it sucks.
Oh my God! What do you mean?
Stanley, I'll defend
Casual.
Lambeau.
I fucking hate Lambeau.
Because, I'm a broke bitch. I've never seen a stadium have so much shit in the upper concourses.
It's
When
more.
you go to Lambeau, they have 2 pro shops in the highest levels. There is concessions and beer things like everywhere. There's no open fucking gaps. Like when you go, I love the Colts Stadium. Lucas Oil Stadium is incredible. But when you go there and you get into those upper concourses, sometimes it's like just a ghost town.
It's how the Bucks.
There's just bathrooms and like 1 or 2 concession stands.
The upper concourse in at not Pfizer, whenever the Bradley Center, ghost town. But no, it's okay. When I talk about Lambeau like that, I'm saying overrated because everybody just dick rides it, and especially in Wisconsin. And I'm like, I've been there a couple times, and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I love it because it's simple. It has everything I want right there.
And the fans.
It has everything right there. The
fucking
bleacher
nice.
seating
People are
sucks.
trying to argue with how
Bleacher
much
seating does.
People are trying to argue
fucking
and
suck.
like with where they sit and shit. It's like, guys, I don't think you get it. I'm sitting here. You motherfuckers just gotta move.
We gotta make
Like
way.
we gotta make this work somehow.
I am this size, and that's not changing.
I always get to the games, like especially when it's not my home team. I get to the games like at kickoff, so like I'm the last one in there. And every time I've gone to Lambeau, it's like I had a situation where it's like, all right, guys, we're gonna have to figure something out here. Like, move over. I'm not just gonna sit on your fucking thigh.
Justin's
Yeah,
got
you
some
are-
10-year-old girl sitting on the fucking aisle.
Dude, I won't lie. This is gonna sound so fucking weird. Favorite person to sit by at a Packers game was like a 12-year-old girl. I had so much fucking room, dude. So much room. She played on her mom's fucking iPhone the whole time. Didn't say a fucking word to me. It was because usually when you go to Lambeau, you got fucking old people who are just like, my grandson likes football. And it's like, shut up, bitch.
No, like as much as I love
She's
randomly,
older for 98.
as much as I love making
first game in
like
10.
civil conversation with strangers.
We sold them the last 9 years.
That's true. That's what a bunch of fucking season
pretty
ticket
good.
holders.
That's
do.
why
They all moved down south and just sell their tickets.
Yep.
The Dolphins, I think it's the Dolphins. Like anybody, like you're only allowed to sell tickets once from now on. Like that's smart. Dude, get that shit out of here.
The Colts just
Sorry,
Packers. They did
I
the
gotta
exact same
continue the
thing.
thought.
I guess it'd be one
They
thing
just
if
gave
there
them more-
wasn't a massive wait list
Yeah.
for the fucking season tickets,
Yeah.
but
The Colts
you got all these
tickets-
people waiting, and then there's how many people who don't even utilize the tickets for themselves.
Yeah.
Which, you could argue it's your own freedom and liberty
No,
to
fuck
do whatever
that.
you want
No,
with the
fuck
tickets,
that.
but I don't like
No,
it.
because then you're selling them. You like it's
You're
like
just making a profit off of a fucking
Yeah.
team trying to help their hands. Because that's what season tickets are. Like, it's people who love the team so much they're trying to give them a little bit of a discount to coming to every fucking game. So you're taking advantage of that in reality. That's like I want to buy season tickets to the Wisconsin basketball because I did the fucking math. Spent like 3 times the amount of season tickets last year. You're just going to because I bought all the games like separately.
Yeah.
Went to like 8 games separately. I was like, if I just bought season fucking tickets, I would have saved myself literally $400 here.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I would have. I did the math. $400 I would have saved if I just bought season tickets.
What was your
for the season
average
start.
ticket price?
Like $90.
Damn.
I think I like
expecting
sitting.
that
I like
much,
sitting
really?
close with college
Okay.
basketball. That's my main thing. Like with college basketball, if I'm going
I think
to
you're
a
going to
game,
say
I'm
like
sitting
50,
close.
50, 60.
Nah, I'm going.
But if you're sitting close, then
Well, and I'm always paying for one ticket. Like the person I like, if I usually go with my girlfriend, I'm like, you're paying for your ticket. So
yeah.
I mean, they don't play that much. One home game a week.
Justin, what's on your mind?
If the Yankees were healthy, we have 4 Cy Young candidates right now.
Name them.
Well, we already have Max Fried and Rodon.
Yeah.
I agree.
Cole.
Arguably 1 and 3. Some people say Scooble's ahead of Fried, but he's not. Cole, and then Luis Gil was a top 3 Cy Young guy all of last year until his final 3 games. He was. Yeah, MLB would literally put up because you know how they do those things where it's like they just did it. Where somebody, by the way, thinks Cal Raleigh should be MVP over Aaron Judge. I'd like to execute their entire family.
Kyle Riley is so fucking good.
But no, Luis Gil was up there all year. He was viewed as like a top 5 guy, even as a rookie, even though it was like his 3rd rookie year in a row. Even as a rookie, he was viewed as like a top guy all year long. And then last 3 games, he completely lost it. And then, so I don't know. That's all I got.
Well, wait, what's like the cutoff? Like, what's like the cutoff for amount of Cy Young candidates?
Top
you
5
can have?
pitchers.
Then I would say though the first 3 I wouldn't say 4 though because I think there's definitely better pitchers that are better than Luis. You said it's Heel.
Yeah.
My brain wanted to say Gil, but no, I think like Fried, Rodon, and Cole if he was healthy, and then Scooball, and then of course I'm gonna blank now, but hold on,
I would have to actually go.
Luis Gil was top 3 in strikeouts last year in the AL. Like ended the year at that.
You know what's crazy?
And he had a 2.5 ERA going into his last 3
They're
games.
all gonna crumble in the postseason.
You won't even fucking get there.
I never said we would.
So that's why I'm going to just ignore what you said.
They're all gonna crumble.
Hey, you want to talk
right.
about the postseason, Seth? At least you get there. You know, you don't get
I mean,
far.
we've won the most recent World Series out of anybody here.
Oh my God, you
I'm gonna-
stacked
I'm
your
gonna-
team with fucking steroid
here's
users and
another
won.
pitcher.
2018?
David Ortiz,
That was 2013.
same thing.
Same fucking thing.
5 fucking years, Ethan. Relax.
If we're going, I know he didn't play last year, but he's having success this year. You got Jacob deGrom, and then this guy who was good last year and is good again this year, Garrett Crochet.
I think he's better.
He's not gonna be anywhere near Cy Young
I think
because he's not getting.
You're not realizing
Hold on, I'm
what
not done.
this fucking
Wait, I'm
Dominican
not
boy
done.
was doing last year.
Wait, hold
dude.
on.
No, I know he had a good year
Hold on,
last
Justin.
year.
Hold on. Let me talk about Garrett Crochet. Yeah, let me talk about him right now. He can't buy a fucking win because
Okay,
our
wins
team
aren't a
is
part of it.
Wins aren't a pitcher stat.
They're gonna be
unless you have
They're gonna
only
be
like
a
3
part of
wins on
his
the
Cy
year.
Young
It's like, all right.
voting because his whole thing.
I'm not saying he's gonna win it, but I'm saying
I'm saying I don't think he's gonna be enough. It's not enough to be the part of the
main point- the
conversation
main
because
point
there's
that
other guys that are looking
but
prettier.
we're talking about 5. It's 5 guys.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
5 guys, and I
Yeah.
don't think I think it's the combination.
Right now, you don't think he's at least top 5?
No, I think he is. I don't think he's going to end up in the conversation because he's not going to have enough help to get him there.
but no, I will at least say I think the Yankees definitely have the best rotation.
I mean, I don't know.
Like,
Look at
that's not. There's no arguing that.
I don't know. I always just remember the 2018.
It was the Dodgers until fucking.
the
they're all dead.
I don't know what happened there.
2018 Red Sox Cy Young race. It was fucking Chris Sale and it was Chris Sale and
Porcello.
And Porcello won. Chris Sale was infinitely fucking better. Like, infinitely better, but he didn't have the prettiest stats next to him because he had no help in most of his starts. And now I'm just kind of like, fuck this award,
Sounds
dude.
like a Sale
This guy
problem.
pisses me off.
I don't think wins and losses get looked at that much. That might have been a snub, but
We'll see when. I can't believe Porcello. I cannot believe he won it. That was nuts. He was amazing, but he shouldn't have. He had two better pitchers on the Red Sox than fucking Porcello.
So if that's all you had,
what's on your mind?
what I have on my mind is basically gonna be like a question that was gonna ask like all of us, because what's on my mind is All-Star voting opens tomorrow for MLB, which I'm super psyched for because there's finally like a decent amount of Cubs players that I care to actually like.
But he's gonna retweet his fucking fingers off.
No, I go in the app and vote.
Retweets count for double, buddy.
You go.
All right, then I'll do that too. Get ready to mute.
So this is
get ready to
actually-
mute my Twitter.
This get a burner verse, buddy. I have this Colts Twitter account solely dedicated to getting Quentin Nelson into the Pro Bowl every year.
It's not necessarily a burner, but I do it. But I do it. I did just start a Bulls account called because there's a Cubs account called Daily Random Cub. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna do that for the Bulls. I did not realize it's actually really hard to like kind of keep up with. I keep forgetting about it. But no, I'll probably
Yeah, you know what?
that.
You want to know about this guy's grind of fucking his Twitter? I will. So he umpires tournaments for me. And there was one time. It happens way more than you think, but it happens a lot. But like the first tournament of the year, I think he was the middle of the inning. And I'm just, I'd walk around, check on the games. He's a home plate umpire. I check on games. I see Justin on his phone middle inning. I'm like, oh, he's texting someone back, whatever. I walk away, and then, I have a free second while I'm walking around. So I pull up my Twitter. First tweet I see, Justin Caesar's 43 seconds ago. I was like, what the fuck? He's umpiring this game.
Dude, that was so mid-inning.
And that whole tournament,
Like
he
a
probably
pitching
had
change.
like 7 mid-game mid-game
'cause when-
tweets. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's because when you're umpiring that level of, like, you guys would get it. When you're umpiring that level of sport, you need to put maybe 20% of your brain power into it.
So easy.
So when you're back there all day, you're thinking of random shit. And that most of my tweets are like, I just think of something and tweet it. So it's like, yeah, dude, I just sit back there, think of stuff. And I'm like, dude, when I get a second, I'm tweeting that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure one of them was his. I remember that he had one tweet where it was about Brittany Griner and like the Merchant of Deb.
Yeah.
And it was
Oh,
like
that was
Biden
greatest trade
Worsham.
of all time.
Pretty sure that was one of the ones where it was middle of the game. He had one banger. I remember. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? and then it was funny to me too because one of the games, one of the coaches tried to square up Justin basically.
Oh my God.
And I'm fucking while I'm
10-year-old softball. 10-year-old softball.
And while I'm
Come
walking
on,
down,
Justin.
while I'm
You gotta
walking
be on
down,
these calls, baby.
while I'm walking down, the first thing that pops in my mind is like, what was he tweeting? What was he fucking doing?
The tweet that led
When
to
the coach came up to him, Justin was probably
can't deal with these shitty
What?
10-year-old softball players.
like, what do you want?
Dude, that was a surreal experience, though. I'm assuming it was his kid out. I don't know how you could be this emotional over someone not being your kid in 10-year-old softball, but game on the line. Little old Brittany here doesn't want to swing the bat. Doesn't want to swing the bat to send her to win the game. She wants the ball 4. It's like, all right, little bitch. You want to take the bat out of your hands? I'll take the bat out of your hands. Strike 3, bitch! Boom! Sit down, motherfucker!
See you later.
It was low. I don't give a fuck. She ain't swinging no
Just
matter what.
looking.
So after the game, her dad's going through the handshake line. And he has something to say to me, right? And I think he waited until I was walking off because he thought I would just walk off. Nope. I stood in this fucking dugout and waited for him. And I was like, no, you want to yell at me and make a scene in front of everybody? Let's make a scene. And then he stepped in my face and he was like, let's talk like a man. Let's talk like a man. I was like, oh, chill out, bro. I didn't know it was this deep.
And then
Like, I really don't
I
feel
just
like
wanted,
actually
I just wanted
doing
you to
this,
say what you had to say to me.
what did
but-
Eric say?
Eric was like, it's 10-year-old softball, dude. You need to realize what you're doing right now. It's 10-year-old softball. And the guy was like, yeah, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm not trying to take it that serious. I'm just trying to defend my girls.
Dude, this is
Respectfully.
I love running tournaments because I love
Bracket
baseball.
play. It's bracket play, by the way. His team's
Yeah.
not even getting sent home today.
See, like, I understand from the perspective of the 10-year-olds because I remember being that age and
If a 10-year-old
it was the world.
if
It
a
was the
10-year-old
world to
girl,
me.
if,
But
like,
when you're
with-
an adult, and
But, like,
you should be fully developed. You should know that this isn't the fucking World Series.
Yeah.
You're not getting you're not getting paid for this.
You're losing
like-
money being here. You should want to go home sooner.
you
want to go home. Yeah.
you paid me $500
You're
to be here.
making me money by signing your team up for this. No, it's just it's crazy how serious they take it.
Oh man, that is
It's unreal. It's like,
childish.
did
There
you?
go.
If a player wants to give me shit, that's like you said. I've never
I get
I've
it.
ejected
I was
one
the same
player
way
and
when I
he
was
punched
that
somebody, so I
age.
had
I
to.
thought it was
So I
the
will let a
ballpark.
player say fucking anything to me because I was the same kid. I was a hothead. If I thought the umpire was wrong, I'd tell him. Kids can say whatever they want, but the second it's a coach, I'm like, dude,
Did you tell
what
them?
is wrong with you?
Did you tell them before about the coach from when Eric texted me and he was like, "You got to come down here right now, parents."
Oh my god,
So hold on,
this one's crazier. This one's crazier.
Justin started off because I wasn't there for the beginning.
11-year-old baseball. 11-year-old baseball.
It was softball, wasn't it? Because the chance.
No. That was. It was.
Oh, it was baseball. You're right. It was baseball.
11-year-old baseball, right? And like semifinal game. This was a slightly more important game. Good game. And so the team who's on the field next comes over to watch the end of the game, and they start like cheering because like the team up to bat just had a crazy comeback. They were down by like 8 going into like the last inning. And they literally scored like 9 runs to take the lead. So like the team that was watching the game started like cheering for him, doing some chants for him and stuff. Nothing crazy, just like regular baseball chants. The coach from the team who blew the lead comes out of the dugout and says to the kids, "How about you guys stop acting like a bunch of douchebags?" 40-year-old man.
It was electric.
So the parents, their parents.
This is like 3 weeks ago.
Their parents start screaming at the coach.
Oh, yeah.
As you should. So I'm in the field for this one. Eric's behind home plate. I don't know. I didn't even know what's happening. And Eric's finally just like, "Justin, come here. And I'm like, "What?" I get closer. These parents are just like, "He called my kid a douchebag. He get this guy out of here. He called my kid a douchebag." I was like, "What the fuck just happened here?" But no, it was he called him a douchebag because even his own other coach was like, "Yeah, he called him a douchebag. I don't know why he did that."
And then so this is
Dude,
as
just
this is
saw
all,
red. He was like, "All right, I can't hit these kids." So
as this is
quit being douchebags.
it was so as
I would be too, but to step out of the dugout and yell at a group of 11-year-olds
As
and
the-
call them douchebags.
as this is all going down, like we get to this part, I get a text from Eric and it says, "You need to come down here right now. These parents are beefing." So I'm like, what the fuck? So I full sprint down there because when I hear beefing, I'm thinking like they're about to start fist fighting.
They were. No, they
Yeah,
were. Because
and
the
then-
parents from the coach who said it, their parents started getting in and being like, they literally were like, "Just shut up and watch the game. Just shut up." And then, dude, they literally were like,
So that's
almost
what, like,
ready to square
So
up.
I didn't even get to experience any of that because I get down there and they all know who I am. Everyone sees me sprint in and they just silence. Fucking silence. And I'm like, well, what the fuck even happened? So I wait till the inning ends. I ask Eric and Justin. They tell me. Honestly, when they told me right away, I was like, I gave a little chuckle.
It was
I was like,
funny.
that's fucking crazy.
funny.
It was funny.
So
but
I
it was
go
like,
back-
dude, what the fuck?
I go
All
back.
right, now we have to do something.
Yeah.
I go back and I'm standing over there and I don't know, like, because I like to hear both sides of the story, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm standing back there just watching the rest of the game, waiting to hear whatever. And then, like, these parents on this one side are telling me, like, "Oh, he said this to my kids, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, all right, let me just talk to the coaches, blah, blah, blah." And then I went to one another parents, and I always expect them to deny because they always deny no matter what.
like you
And
defend your team.
I walk up to the one parent and I was like, "Hey," and before I can even get a word out, he's like, "Yeah, he fucking said it." I was like, "Oh shit, all right."
So he was an assistant coach. The head coach came up to me at like the half inning when Ethan was talking to the parents. He was literally like, I didn't even ask. He was like, "I cannot believe he said that. I'm so sorry." I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I will say props to the head coach was so nice after the game. He was so apologetic. But
No, I'm
And
sure
then
he felt bad. probably.
so I'm talking about the parents. The thing that blew my fucking mind besides that was one of the parents of the team that of the douchebag caller. One of the parents, like, so after the parents of the teams that received the douchebag
Okay.
They were like telling me like all this, blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, like whatever. I got to talk to the coach. And then this parent and his friend sees me talking to him. They're both a couple of 40-year-old guys. They come over and they're like, the kids were being pretty annoying.
I'm sure they were.
I was like, dude, they're 11.
They're
He's
kids,
like, you hit me with he's like, yeah, no, it's never right. But they were being annoying. I was like, what the fuck, dude? No, you're never right in this situation.
Who do you guys think are the most realistic All-Star selections on your team? Justin Starks.
Mookie Betts.
Sorry.
He said Justin Starks
ready
over
to
there,
rip
buddy.
I said it before he said Justin Starks, so.
I will I'll say my guarantees: Aaron Judge, Ben Rice, Paul Goldschmidt,
Jesus.
Max Fried, Luke Weaver. 5 is not many. We had 8 3 years ago.
No, it's just I'm saying how fucking you started just ripping them.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I can name the whole 27-man roster.
No, I know, but you were ready with the All-Star answer. You're just ripping them. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, I felt like you were going to have more. I'm not going to lie.
No, that's about it. I think Trent Grisham should probably be an All-Star, but he started to fall off.
He's batting right now.
He only really hits home runs now. It's kind of sad, but.
Ooh.
I'm just used to a team with like 3 at most in a year. So I was like, hold up. Damn.
If we only have 3,
But
I'm pretty pissed.
I didn't realize the Yankees had 8.
Like 3 years ago. 5 hitters, and then Rodon and Garrett Cole made it, and then our fucking Clay Holmes, our closer.
Wow.
Even though we've been asked, I think we still get 4. At least. I'd say, Bregman for sure.
It's about fan voting.
Yeah,
it's
it's
how many fans your
Devers
team,
has
your
been
team has.
So Bregman, Devers has been hot as fuck. He's back up to batting like 290, so he's back where he should be. And then Garrett Crochet, obviously. And then honestly, I think somehow, some way, either Jarren Duran, Christian Campbell, or Wilyer Bray. That'd be a rare one, but
He won't make it.
they're gonna sneak their way in. You know what I mean? Like they don't maybe deserve it right now.
Christian Campbell.
Like we said,
like 5. He's batting like his OPS is like 500.
He's been in a bad slump in the last like 2 weeks, but he was so hot and caught so much popularity. That's like what you were saying. It's fan voting. I think he sneaks his way in there.
It's 1/3 fan voting.
Him or Duran.
Percentage for MLB?
1/3 fans, 1/3 media, 1/3
Ethan.
1/3
Nice.
like
You get a
personnel
third.
and shit like that.
I get a third.
Well, start. Wait, what was your question? Sorry, I zoned out for like 2 seconds.
Just the percentages of each like dynamic or whatever that goes to the All-Star
Like
voting.
the NBA is 50-50.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
NBA's 50-50.
Almost certain it's 50-50.
Is it?
I think it's 50% media, 50% fan.
I didn't know that.
I thought MLB was
Starters are 100% fan though, aren't they?
no, yeah, starters are.
Starters.
Yeah, no, because
Okay.
that's why I was confused.
That's what I was
like,
thinking
wait,
of.
like,
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Oh, I
But
thought
they have to choose from a group of all-stars. Like, they don't just fucking...
no. The
Well-
starters are guaranteed top 5 vote getters.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't, like...
Yeah, and I
Well,
thought
like,
that
you
was all
can't-
fans.
But, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't really... You don't get on that list without being...
no, like
You have to get put
like, I
onto
couldn't-
the list first, and then they.
yeah, like I couldn't. I could.
Technically, you do, but...
Well,
Actually, no, you're right because fucking 1 year Anderson Varejao or somebody like that was a fucking.
wait for
That's
that's
Anderson Varejao.
Wait, you're talking about for NBA?
Yeah, was it whoever's on the?
Oh, it was the Cavs center.
Was
The
it Cavs
Anderson
or
Varejao.
Warriors
Well,
center?
well, if you're a starter, you're gonna be put on there, yeah. But I'm saying like for MLB, I wouldn't be able to vote in like Vidal Brujan.
No, I mean I'm talking about just NBA honestly. Right now.
Oh, well, yeah.
I don't know.
But
I'm
then
gonna
again,
have to
he's a
Google this
starter,
shit.
so well, he probably was a starter back then. So.
All right,
He was.
how many fucking Cubs are you gonna have on this goddamn list, you motherfucker?
Don't say
Kyle-
Carson Kelly.
I wasn't.
Okay, good.
He's on my fantasy team though, so I'll say Carson Kelly.
He doesn't play
Carson
now.
Kelly.
Kyle Tucker,
Carson Kelly.
PCA are probably shoe in. I don't know how they'll list
Auschwitz
it.
boy.
I don't know how they'll list him.
Mountain.
I don't know how they'll list him. He's been playing mostly DH, but if they list him as outfield, that might hurt him. Actually, DH will probably hurt him too because Shohei. But Seiya Suzuki's been playing like an all-star. I just don't know how he'll get voted in because even if he's an outfielder, I think Kyle Tucker and PCA should be some of the top vote getters. But then you have Tatis, Corbin Carroll, Mookie's not listed as an outfielder.
What do they do at each position? Like 4 or something like that?
Well, if you do it on the app, or wait, you're talking about like what they accept?
Yeah, what do they accept for total people?
Maybe 3.
Four outfielders, and then like
Oh, it's more than 4 outfielders total. You talking about total outfielders?
in each division. I think it's only
Each division.
It's definitely more than like what your standard team is, though, right?
Yeah, it's way more.
each
Yeah.
league.
Way more. Like most of the pitchers don't even fucking.
I want to say at least 2 per position, and then obviously more outfielders, maybe even 3 per position.
It's 2.
Okay.
But it's also fan voting, so like sometimes like one like how the fan voting does come into play. Like one position could only have 1.
Yeah.
Like it's based on there's a certain amount of infielders, a certain amount of outfielders.
Okay. But so
got anybody
PCA,
else?
Kyle Tucker. I'm gonna say Seiya Suzuki like probably will be a reserve. I think Nico Horner should be a starting second baseman. He's leading all NL second baseman in WAR.
Big Nico guy.
And then I don't know. Maybe Dansby will get it on some popularity. I don't really know who else is like doing that great at shortstop.
Tell you, we've talked about it before, but shortstops and second baseman just feel like they're lacking right now.
Yeah, like honestly, like unbiased.
Yeah, Anthony Volpe is viewed as like a good shortstop.
Like unbiased, Nico Horner shouldn't be seen as the best second baseman in the NL. Like Ozzie Albies he's having a kind of rough season. I think like the only other second baseman that's doing as good as Nico is Brendan Donovan. And
second base is always a weak position.
It is.
It's where you put your worst infielder.
So probably those 4. I would say Shota if he were playing the whole season, but he's been hurt. So yeah, probably those 4.
What the fuck happened to Justin Steele?
He like hurt his elbow or something. He's out for the year.
Is he?
That's your UCL's in your elbow. I thought it was.
I thought you said ACL.
I was so okay because I remember last year I shit talked the ever living hell out of Justin Steele, and it was mostly because of MLB The Show because I was like, this guy slow shows.
I hate his.
He
TikTok.
pitches slow as
Video
fuck.
games.
His TikTok.
They manipulated
They
my
manipulate
perception on players.
They manipulate
Him and his
Straight
wife
up.
are just like. They're like Gen Z TikTokers. They make really cringy TikToks together.
Is it like
They're always doing super cringy shit.
okay? Is it him or his wife?
They both have an account and like they tag each other.
But
and
do you
shit.
think his wife is making him do it?
he's the multimillionaire?
He's from
definitely,
and he's
down
from
for it.
Mississippi.
Also-
I don't. Well, that's where it's kind of actually weird because you would think a dude from Mississippi
Yeah, it
wouldn't
be like that.
But then again, like a dude from Mississippi, yeah, he wouldn't let his wife tell him around or whatever. So
That's what I'm saying. No,
it's weird. Yeah, it is weird.
There's no way I would just do that just because my partner wants.
And like that's what I'm saying. He posts videos too. If it was his wife posting videos of him and like making him do shit, that's one thing. But like he has an account and like they'll like you can tell like the accounts like they're just always like in sync. Like they're always like it's a whole planned out thing. Every TikTok is like planned to like kind of intertwine with each other and like.
Okay.
It's really like content creators. It's like, dude, you're an all-star MLB pitcher. Focus on your rehab, buddy.
Weirdly, my like
He's got a lot of time, man. He's got time to rehab or time to rehab and make TikToks.
weirdly, my thing with him, I don't like that he. I don't know if you like. I think I'm probably the only one that obviously follows him on Twitter. He like interacts and hangs out with Marty Mush a lot.
From Barstool?
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
I don't like that at all. That's like the worst one.
Running low over here.
I got him.
But Seth,
Brewers All-Stars.
All right.
Oops, sorry.
Like guys who are 100% Jackson Churio, William Contreras, Sal Frelick, Christian Yelich, Freddie Peralta.
Ryan Braun.
No, Jackson Churio for sure.
Contreras will
Contreras because
Name recognition.
he'll be the backup catcher.
catcher.
Name recognition.
Will Smith will get.
The starter
Yeah.
for catcher.
Name recognition.
No. I looked it up. I was looking up like stats by position. William Contreras is still probably like realistically the second best catcher.
Tied all time for 200.
It's not great.
Pirates.
Like obviously Carson Kelly has some nice stats, but he doesn't
long-
play every day. and
What
he ages
happened?
half the time.
What happened to growing up and
almost 40.
looking up to all these catchers?
I was a fan of him.
Being incredible. All of them. Or not all of them, but
Like,
so many of them.
crazy
Well,
how-
did it not seem like
Love
catchers
Bill
played
Hall.
way more often?
They did play way more often. They didn't take as many off days.
Like now, like I don't know. Like obviously, like we didn't necessarily watch Piazza and Pudge, but like I feel like there's not a lot of catchers that, other than Gary Sanchez, there's not a lot of catchers that like hit enough home runs.
You know what these catchers need to start doing?
Juicing.
Which they're all too but they're all too prideful to wear them. The old knee savers that you put on the back of your pants.
Yeah, dude.
For some reason, just the good high school catchers, the best are all college catchers, and no MLB catchers wear knee savers. Quit being a pussy.
It gets in your way when you're running for balls.
But wait, aren't
Well, you know what?
But no, don't.
They're literally
until like my
they're literally
freshman year. It gets in your way.
they're called a knee saver.
Isn't the one knee position supposed to like also help with that, with knee pain and
they
stuff?
don't even get in a real crouch.
Yeah.
They're called a knee saver. All right. You're taking these off days to save your knees. Wear a knee saver. Simple solution.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
But
Seems pretty easy to me.
I agree.
Ben, like
I would have to.
I would wear one, but my knees are fucked.
I don't care if it's slowing me down a little if I'm running for balls, man.
But no, it's sad because like other than Contreras and Will Smith, like the only other like prominent name catcher in MLB is probably Adley Rutschman. He's having a terrible season.
Are we talking? We're talking outside of Cal Raleigh, obviously.
Well, I was gonna say him, but like even with him, like I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't know if it's his name or whatever. The fact that he plays in Seattle, like he does. I'm not saying he's not good. But as far as like just being like an actual star, there's just something about him that doesn't really scream star.
Well, being young and not having enough.
Yeah, he
years.
hasn't made a name. His rookie year was last year.
I feel like he's been in the league a few.
His rookie year was like you just won rookie of the year.
Cal Raleigh?
Oh, I'm talking about. I thought you were talking about Adley Rutschman.
Cal Raleigh's been in the year since like 2021.
We're talking.
Oh no, I love Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, we're talking about Cal. Raleigh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just said Adley Rutschman like 2 seconds ago.
Cal Raleigh's rookie year was 21.
Oh, I love Cal Raleigh.
Rutschman's having a bad year.
And
But then he said what about Cal Raleigh? And I was like,
I've always loved Cal Raleigh. I think switch hitting catchers are awesome.
It's hard to become a big time name in Seattle. It is. You're fucking way up there.
Yeah.
Like you don't get much national. You're not going to get much national, like many national TV games.
Remember what's crazy? Randy Arozarena, I felt like was more of a prominent player. And he's been struggling a little bit, but more of a prominent player in Tampa, one of the shittiest markets to be in, versus Seattle.
Duh.
Like
he's been ass in Seattle. He was one of the fucking best.
He started pretty solid though. He's just been dog shit.
I looked up Cal Raleigh's stats. I think my thing with him mainly is just, I mean, obviously he gets kind of a pass. He's a catcher, but I think
face.
Oh, let's see.
It's a valid
I get that.
But actually, now that you mention it, not really.
you were gone. This whole point, I feel like, started. I said, I felt like when we were growing up, I loved watching catchers. There were so many prominent catchers in the league, and now it just feels like that's gone.
Catchers were like cool for.
They were so.
They were like the gritty guys of the team, you know.
And it just.
I guess they still are.
Yeah, but it just doesn't feel like they're either awful at one thing and good at the other. Or, you know, either or they're just fucking mids. I just feel like there's no in between. No superstar catchers really anymore. I just saw JT Realmuto is like 35 or something like that. Did not know he was that fucking old.
Yeah.
That guy's old.
He got up there fast. No, actually, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, when he was younger, he was a prominent catcher, I would say. But he spent half his career on the Marlins. And by the time he got to the Phillies, he was overshadowed by Bryce Harper and Trey Turner.
Let's talk about that Marlins team.
Oh, where they had like Realmuto, Yelich, Luna,
Stan. They had a fun little team over there.
And then they had. I mean,
I want to say their starting pitchers were good, but let's see.
What's going on over there, Seth?
I was thinking of a tweet. I don't know if Marlins and Rockies played like yesterday or today, but it was just like tens of fans gathered to watch the Marlins and Rockies today.
Want to know who else is on that team?
Who?
Ichiro.
Oh yeah, he was. That was when they switched their colors, those shitty ass colors.
And D Strange. Hey, another big bomb hitter.
Damn.
Remember Justin Bohr?
I don't, but if I saw him, probably.
Hamstring put you.
I weirdly get him mixed up with Justin Smoke.
Luke Weaver. Oh, that's fuck. I thought you guys were talking about something else. I heard you guys say hamstrings.
I just said, dude, I didn't realize hamstrings put you out like that.
They don't really put you out like that.
No, I was about to say, in baseball, for pitchers, if you have anything wrong with your fucking any muscle, like a hamstring, a quad, you are out for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Shota's been Like this entire time he's been out, it's been because of a hamstring.
That's what, dude. Muscle issues in pitchers.
Killer in baseball.
They are, dude. It's
Damn.
so weird.
Fave,
Yes, though. I mean, you are.
other than Mookie, who are the Dodgers going to send to the All-Star
I'd
game?
say Shohei, Mookie. I'd like to see Freddie,
He'll be the first.
and
baseman.
then Will Smith. Those are my guys, and that's what I'll sit with.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
probably all that'll get in, honestly.
I mean, even Tio Escobar
Hernandez.
maybe him.
I've
been brushing up on my
he'll probably
names.
be one of the
He
outfielders.
started to
yeah.
fall off a little more.
Yeah, but he's doing all right hitting this year. So
I hate shifts. Although the shortstop probably doesn't play the way, but
All right, so
make the fucking
that
position players stand in a circle on the fucking field. Like a 2x2 circle, they have to stay in it.
honest.
who the fuck is this guy?
Before long, those circles would be filled with other logos for sponsorship.
Didn't they ban the shift?
They did, but it's in a weak way.
Like you
You have to be on your. All it is you have to have two people on each side of the second base as the ball is being pitched. So after he throws, you can literally So what they do is they stand an inch over to one side. He throws the ball. They step over a few feet, and then they're on the other side.
But they can still have like the second baseman camp out in right field and have the shortstop literally right there.
They have no shift against infielders moving to the outfield.
Yeah.
The only rule they applied was that you have to have two people on each side of second base.
Yeah.
Think that'll change again.
No.
No, because I think the pitch clock and the throwing, like the pickoff rule, has made it more entertaining enough, like with like pace and everything.
Yeah,
and,
shout out to the MLB
excitement.
for smacking
Like,
those out of the park.
Yeah. Like
People shat on those rules. Probably some of the best sports rules added in the last 20 years.
yeah, and like now you don't even really think of it. Like in pitchers adjusted.
And you're just
really
happy.
well.
You're just happy the game's going faster.
Yeah.
Who was it that
exactly.
was so mad about it? Was
Scherzer?
it Scherzer? Yeah.
It was Scherzer.
Scherzer was so
Everybody knew it was gonna be like
mad.
It's because he goes up to the fucking mound and he's like, throws a pitch, goes back there, picks up the bag, in between every pitch. Sorry, I got beer everywhere. In between every fucking pitch, he throws the bag. That takes 15 seconds. Then he gets on the mound, and he's got one of the longest windups in the fucking MLB. So that takes another 10, and it's like, dude, we just sat here for fucking half. Like it's really taken 1 full minute to throw 2 pitches.
I think when he came out about that or whatever, there was someone that put like a video, like 2 videos next to each other. It was Scherzer's like warm up / routine or whatever, and then there was PCA hitting an inside the park home run, and PCA rounded the bases faster than Scherzer threw a pitch.
I'm saying it's like yeah, you're mad. You have the slowest wind up. You think it's like that's what Scherzer fell out after. It's like it does suck because there were those pitchers where it's like a huge mental game. Nestor Cortez, the pitch clock really affected him. Like there were pitchers who were it's such a mental game, but it's like at the same time it's like, dude, I didn't come here to watch you play fucking chess with a batter.
No,
Yeah.
I am a-okay.
Throw the fucking ball.
It's already
It
enough
is.
of a chess match. Like we don't need chess matches to go on longer.
In between each fucking pitch, dude. We don't need to,
that's
like
Tell me you don't appreciate the game within the game.
that's what I'm saying. It's like,
That's funny
I
because chess
do a
matches
little
have,
bit, but like,
chess matches have a clock, don't they?
yeah,
the
they
timer
do,
thing.
yeah. It's like, dude, this is taking too long. You
that's
gotta
when
go.
you're doing speed clock, but more times than not. No, just fucking.
I do remember back in middle school, high school, going to some games, and yeah, it's
You're
the
up at
7th
3.5,
inning.
and you leave-
7th
you leave
inning, and you're there
early.
like 3 hours, and it's like, all right.
And like what sucked, like when I was
My parents are just like, we're going home.
That's when I was about to say when I was younger, me and Eric went to a Brewers game for our birthday present. Like, how long do we go to Brewers games? Like probably 6 years in a fucking row. We went to Brewers games on mine and Eric's birthday.
used to go a lot, yeah.
And it would always be like 6th, 7th inning. Like, all right, guys, time to leave. We've been here since tailgate. We've been here for 4.5 fucking hours.
Yeah.
That was before the booze. So now you're just out there throwing
That's
this
what I'm
fucking
saying.
baseball around the first hour you're there, and then
Yeah, thank God, because with Brewers games now that I'm old enough, I usually I wait in line to be let into the stadium because I gotta, you gotta get hammered before you go in.
oh yeah.
And it's like you don't have to be there long.
No.
It's like you get fucking hammered in the parking lot and you're only there for 2 hours, 2 hour 15.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's go
Before
home.
everybody gets going, and then it's fucking
Yeah.
perfect.
You make it to the bars before 11. Shout out to the MLB.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Honestly.
All right. Let's keep it rolling.
Seth, what are the keys for each team in the finals?
To for them to have a chance at winning.
All right.
Score more points than the other team.
So, yeah.
Genius.
Really, it just comes down to who's going to get more buckets. No, but
It actually does.
I
With
think
these teams, it does.
one thing I do want to say is I kind of like it feels like this shift in the NBA where now we have more deep teams who have more success. Two of the deepest teams in the league are the Pacers and the Thunder.
Yeah.
So there's a good reason why they're there, and they've went away from that bullshit, just big three.
Stack
and
3 guys and then
give them
fill it with
scraps
shitters,
around that.
So did you see what that kind of feeds in? I don't mean to interrupt, but what the Suns are doing now. The Suns are looking to trade KD because they realized it. The Suns,
League's moving away from the
they
big
want to
three,
trade
dude.
KD for they said their demands are a center and 3 picks because teams are moving away from the Super.
The direct quote was an overhaul of picks.
Yeah. All right, keep going.
But yeah, I like that. As far as it goes for OKC, shout out old coach Joe Lopez. He would always talk about this. It's going to be big on pace of play. Is OKC going to be able to slow Indiana down? Because that is
It's their whole offense.
their whole offense. Is they're gonna
Miles
get out
Turner
and
gets
run,
a board and he throws it to Pascal.
throw
and
those
Tyrese.
fucking full court passes. So OKC's going to have to dictate pace of play, which I think they're going to be able to do
which
pretty
is
easily.
is an easy task. for
Probably the
OKC.
only team that actually can stay with that.
Can control pace of play better.
This is where the
Because
Pacers
Shea's gonna fucking foul bait and slow the goddamn game down.
No.
Dude,
That's a weak basketball take. Don't even go into
I'm
that.
a huge Shea hater.
That's
just,
such a weak take. He doesn't foul bait. If
No,
honestly-
if you think this is foul baiting, no, I can't even go into that. It's unravels.
All right,
He's not foul
all right,
baiting.
let me put together a mixtape.
Have you seen James Harden?
It's for
James
next time.
Harden?
No, I was going to
Oh, no,
say
he's
it's
the worst
nowhere
of all
near
time.
as bad as that was.
Even
Oh,
even
no.
even
I didn't say it was.
it pains me to say
It's
this,
just
but
bad.
even my
It's
goat
just bad.
Russell Westbrook, I think Russ would foul bait a little harder, dude.
if somehow the Pacers can withstand OKC's amazing perimeter D, and then they're
The fact that they have
Just
six
good
six
offense.
hoopers.
exactly. I will say it's two of the deepest teams and
2 well-coached teams.
two very well coached teams. That reminded me. That's probably the one advantage I can give to the Pacers is
Oh, yeah.
coaching.
Rick Carlisle's
Carlisle is
best
an
coach in the
amazing
NBA,
coach. But outside of that, it's going to be can Halliburton play out of his mind because he's going to have
that's
to.
crazy. That's what has to happen.
And I think Pascal Siakam's going to do his thing.
That's
He's
what-
consistent.
He's so reliable.
He's really
At the
good.
age he's at,
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam's going to go out and average 25 this series.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all on
But,
Tyrese.
yeah, I think the
That's
Pacers
crazy
got
to say that, but it is.
too big of a mountain to climb, and OKC's just got everything going for them.
Everything. Yeah, I agree.
And Vegas thinks so too. So
Yeah,
honestly,
the odds aren't even
I
close.
am tempted to take like a bet on the Pacers just because the fucking
yeah.
money, the payout would be so good. And as much as OKC has everything going for them,
Tyrese
somehow
Halliburton
in
clutch.
sports, I've found evil prevails.
Yeah. Anything.
And the Pacers are evil.
they're evil.
Evil cocksucking motherfuckers. Ever since they had Danny Grange.
No, that
Yeah,
was when they were the good guys
That was
with
when
Danny
they were the good
Granger, Roy Hibbert,
Roy Hibbert, dude.
David
boy.
West,
That was the first
What a
NBA game
team.
I
I was a big Derek
George
Collison
Hill?
fan.
George Hill,
Roy Hibbert. I think someone said
Darren
that.
Collison.
I think Rodney Hill came off the bench on one of those teams that year.
Ooh,
Probably.
I think one of those years he came off the bench, didn't he?
Probably.
I thought he played at a time of Roy Hibbert in Indiana.
Uh,
Those teams were fun to watch.
they were.
Paul fucking George. How do we forget that?
I didn't say it because I thought you guys said it.
I figured we were just going more like the role players.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Paul George
That
deserves
team,
it.
man. That fucking team.
But yeah, I got
Lance Stevenson.
Thunder in 5.
Yeah, let's go around the room. I got Thunder in 5 too. What about you, Fabe?
Pacers in 6.
All right. All right. Evan?
Thunder in 6.
Thunder in 7. All right. And this is the list.
Are you ready?
With the most rushing yards since 2015. The top 25 running backs with the most rushing yards since 2015. We did one before, kind of similar. Touchdowns. This one's a little different.
I thought we've done a running back one.
Yep. This one,
It's pretty different.
it's it's somewhere in there.
Le'Veon Bell.
No.
Since 2015 again?
Since 2015.
Derrick Henry,
Joe
Mixon,
Josh Jacobs.
Hold on. Let's slow down
Darren
here.
McFadden.
Derrick Henry. Wait, hold on. Josh Jacobs.
Are you doing top 25 or 15?
25.
25. Derrick Henry was number one.
Most part.
You sorry, we have Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry. Who else said one?
Aaron
Ezekiel
Jones.
Elliott, Joe Mixon.
Aaron Jones.
Dude, you can't be
Joe
rapid firing.
Mixon. Ezekiel Elliott. All right, you guys have five of the top six.
Dalvin Cook.
Oh, good one.
Dalvin Cook. Yep, number
Tell us which
11.
spot we're missing.
David Montgomery.
David Montgomery, number 18.
Maybe this is gonna be easier than.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier.
Um,
I started thinking about like all the running backs. I was like, Alvin Kamara.
Alvin
Oh,
Kamara,
yeah,
number 8.
Jonathan Taylor. No, he's not on there.
Jonathan Taylor's number 15.
That's
McCa-
crazy.
Christian
In
McCaffrey.
4 years.
McCaffrey, number 10.
4 years.
Christian McCaffrey, number 10.
Come on now.
Well, he also had like that almost 2,000 yard year.
yeah.
Twice. He had 1,800
Yeah.
2 years ago, and then.
Raheem Mostert.
No.
That was actually that was a
Not
solid
a
guess.
bad-
Oh my
He
God.
played for a while.
I
Guys,
think
you
there's
should be embarrassed as
there's
Wisconsin
two that are going to be
fans.
tough.
Melvin Gordon.
Thank you.
Melvin Gordon, number number 9. Melvin Gordon.
Wow, that's actually crazy.
Melvin Gordon was a top 5 running back from 2016 to 2019.
Literally,
Not running
But
back.
I'm
basically,
saying like he hasn't played in
his-
like a few years, and the fact that he's still top 10.
His
I
rookie
guess, yeah,
contract.
22 was a few years ago now.
His rookie contract, he went nuts. As soon as he got a big contract, he got hurt, and then he was done.
His first year on his big
Austin Eckler.
contract still ran for 1K.
That's a
Austin
Oh,
Eckler, number 22.
Saquon.
Wow, not surprisingly
Oh,
higher.
How did we
Saquon,
fucking
number
not know?
4. You guys hammered out the top 6. You guys are actually
Said Aaron
missing.
Jones. We said Aaron
Yes,
Jones.
you're missing one on the top 11.
LaShawn McCoy.
LaShawn McCoy is number
19.
None.
Oh dang.
Shady?
Should I get Qdoba or noodles?
That's what Caitlin just asked me.
Qdoba.
Doba.
That's what I said. All right, good.
Noodles, you just don't.
Oh,
get
James
enough
Conner.
For the
I
money.
agree.
James Conner, number
It's good,
16.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb.
Ooh, good.
Nick Chubb
Good.
is the
Nice.
number 7 guy.
QBs, Lamar,
Lamar,
Kyler
number
Murray.
12.
Kyler Murray on there.
Kyler Murray is not on here. You guys do not have any more quarterbacks.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Good call with Lamar. Crap.
Jose Ramirez.
Might be 3 that are tough.
How many more total do we need?
You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Someone said James Conner.
Yeah.
Like 10. You need like 10 more.
Oh crap.
LeGarrette Blount.
Nope. Love Blunt though. You can't hit the blunt, baby.
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley, number 14.
Yeah, that's a good one.
When did Forte?
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, no, yeah.
14 was.
Say Kareem Hunt,
Yeah.
number 19.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
Kareem, but I was like, he had that
He beat the girl in
the season. He had that one really good season, and then shout out to Lito.
We said Jonathan Taylor. We talked about
Yeah.
him. Assuming
You guys have 17 of the top 19.
Hey,
Wow.
every week we struggle with this. Think career journeyman.
That's,
Think career journeyman. who played-
wait, because we almost forgot him. Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I
Thank
said
you.
Darren McFadden.
All right, you guys
I don't
now-
think he's on there.
You guys have
That's what I was
Too
thinking.
early.
18 of the top 19.
Nah, probably
And the-
not. But I'm just gonna throw him out there. Tony Pollard.
number
Is it Todd
23.
Gurley? No, you guys just
Wait,
said
said
Todd
23?
Gurley.
Yeah, Tony Pollard,
Oh.
number 23.
Oh.
Is it Pollard or Pollard?
Pollard, I think.
Oh, I thought it was Pollard.
I don't know. I said it
San
both
Diego
ways.
State guys on that list.
You guys are missing 5 people.
We narrowed that. We got that down
You're
pretty.
missing. I'm not gonna say the numbers, but I mean they're towards the
Come on
bottom.
now. Colts legend Frank Gore.
Frank Gore, number 20.
Good.
Wow.
He retired during COVID. So he
That's
played-
right. Yeah, I forgot he played that long.
Because he wanted he moved up to like second in all time rushing. I think he was kind of chasing that for a few years.
I'm just gonna throw it out there, see if he's on like the lower end. Jordan Howard.
Nope.
Okay.
Optimistic ass Bears fan right there.
Miles Sanders.
No.
Mark Ingram, because he was playing with Kamara.
Mark Ingram, number 17.
Nice.
Sneaky.
Kamara.
So we pretty much just need the bottom ones now, huh?
You need 3 of the last 5.
Leonard
Okay.
Fournette.
Leonard Fournette,
Nice.
number 25.
There we go.
Wow.
No joke, weird thing. My fucking card personal collection. Like I collect a lot of his cards.
Oh, okay.
Because he's cheap because they consider him a bust. But he's like a college legend,
Dude, he was
an
so
NFL star
good
for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So like it's still like an awesome player, but you can get all of his cards for fucking dirt cheap.
Let me get Mike Davis.
Nope.
Dang.
Okay, how quick you're cruising through this? We could easily do my other list, and you guys could honestly probably get it by year.
Well, we only have 9 minutes.
No. We'll save it for next time.
right.
Yeah, there we go.
You could easily get it by year. Especially if we go like from top to bottom.
Devontae Freeman.
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
damn.
He was.
Then I don't think there's
Hot
any
for a
Falcons running
minute.
You
backs.
said Eckler?
Yeah, we said Eckler.
What about
You got to go by team. I feel like every player's been on a different team.
I want to think of like Seahawks running backs, but
Dude,
none of
there's
them ever
one
last
that I
long
just-
enough.
Rashad Penny?
No. There's just one that I think you actually
Kenneth
just
Walker?
might not get.
Kenneth
No.
Walker.
Doug Martin?
Tariq Cohen.
Crazy pull, but I know this because he single-handedly 2017 fantasy championship. Crazy memory because it was like my freshman.
He's gonna say the one guy.
Fucking, you know him from 2017.
You're gonna say the guy. Say it. Say it.
Dalvin Cook. Wait, no, he said Dalvin.
No,
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did- oh, dang it. Oh,
I built
got
it
so
up for nothing.
I know.
I'm
like-
sorry.
I got so excited.
I'm
I built it up for nothing.
I thought you were good because it's right around that time where he was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
2017.
Rex Burkhead.
Michael Carter.
No.
17 RB.
Micah Hyde. Carlos Hyde.
That's the guy. Carlos Hyde. It was like 3 straight years where he was like about 1,000-yard rusher, and it was like, why? Like, where the fuck? He was on the 49ers when they were nasty, but before they had a running back.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got one more guy, and I will not give you a single hint.
We just have one left.
So we definitely know him.
Yes.
Yeah, he said we needed 3 of the top 5. Seth said 1. You said 1. Or 3 of the bottom 5.
It's gonna be tough here. I am blanking.
My brain can't even think right now.
I'm trying to tap.
I dug
right.
into Carlos Hyde. My brain has thought.
That was
of all the
nice.
running backs.
That was nice.
Do we want to run through teams quick?
I just think of fantasy players.
All right.
At one point.
All right, we're gonna go west to east. Starting,
Okay.
we're gonna do NFC
Seattle.
and Seattle.
We already did all
Yeah,
the
they don't last long enough.
Marshawn
Saint-
Lynch?
Oh, dang!
That one actually surprised
That
me.
surprised the fuck out of me.
Surprised me. When he got traded to the Raiders, that was pre-COVID, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
it was
Oh, I
Well, he had a
guess.
couple of close to 1,000-yard years in between 15 and 20. Though.
Yeah.
He had 1K with Oakland.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Pro Bowl.
Yeah. It was like that. I don't know. He just slowed down hard.
All right.
And honestly, some of these guys' yards, like Carlos Hyde's total yards, surprised the fuck out of
What
me.
has he got,
Rand-
5,400 or something?
He had since 2015.
Niners back.
Since 2015, Carlos Hyde had 4,600 yards. That actually
We
kind
said
of surprised me.
McCaffrey, Carlos Hyde, Mostert.
McCaffrey and Carlos Hyde played there.
Yeah, and Mostert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rams. I said Todd Gurley. Hasn't really been anybody else that would get it long
It
enough.
was Gurley from till COVID, and then it just
Yeah.
bounced around. That was 2 years ago.
The fuck?
Who else? Cardinals. I said James Conner.
Who else was there?
Not
They had
Adrian
one more big-
Peterson.
I already said AP.
You did?
Yeah.
When did you say
Give us-
AP?
Adrian Peterson?
It's AP.
I said AP fucking 20 guys ago.
I never heard.
If it was,
I think I actually did hear that.
if it
but I
was
don't
at
think
the
you-
beginning when you guys were yelling names, I probably
I don't
just
think it
didn't
was
hear
clear
it.
enough. All right,
It was Adrian Peterson.
Credit to Fabe.
Well,
Credit to
I don't know.
Fabe.
We'll-
Crazy.
We'll look at the tape, but I'm pretty sure I said AP. I was like,
All right. Well,
I think I remember you.
just
hearing that.
by how easy that list was, next time we do this, I think you guys could do my next
No.
list by year.
Dude, by
I'm up for a
year doing
challenge.
that, by year we would do that for half an hour.
It would be no.
Yeah.
It'd be it's
would be
so.
tough.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think you could do it by year.
All right, fair enough.
It would
We'll
just
see.
it would probably
see.
it'd probably just take like it took you 10 minutes, probably take you double the time. Especially if you just start hammering through people. It'd be easy for like the first 10, and then after that it would be a little bit more difficult, but I think you could easily do it.
Alrighty, I'm
down for
open to the challenge
for a
if
challenge.
the rest are. But that'll conclude it for episode 20 of What's on Your Mind.
Watch the Stanley Cup Final. It's going to be awesome.
Go Thunder.
Oilers and 6.
Brad Marchand till I die. Always a Bruin, forever in my heart.
What the fuck he says?
You guys, what also, like, it just hit me today. It's a Stanley Cup Final rematch from last year.
Yeah.
It's the fucking
think
Oilers.
yeah,
The Panthers
It's
been
been Warriors
Warriors
cast.
Also, okay, and then
Yeah.
Yes. Lost one loss.
yeah, and then it's,
Hockey's the
Best
new
goalie of all
NBA,
time.
dude.
Best
dude, it's
goal-
crazy because
when you
also,
get the best goalie of all fucking time
yeah,
on your team,
when
it's
you
hard to lose.
and then you look at like all the like playoff disparity, like 7 of the top 8 teams with total points in the league going into the playoffs lost first round or lost in the first or second round.
The old President's Cup.
Like their disparity is crazy.
This is super late, but dude, the Rat going to the Panthers.
Shut up.
Talk about a match.
I don't
want
want to fucking talk about it.
Talk about a
I don't want to fucking talk about it. I don't want to fucking talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Obviously, you know, he's a B. He's a B,
Well, he's a B, all right.
but
B till I die. I already said he's B
man,
till I die. I don't wanna
he's
talk about it
looking
anymore.
good on the Panthers.
He's a bitch
No,
now.
no,
We're talking about
he's a
that kind
B,
of
all
B. He's a fucking traitor. That's what he is.
Just a team full of rats. That's what the Panthers are.
Yeah.
It's literally it was what it was last year. It's speed and finesse versus grit. That's what it is. Oilers with speed and finesse, Panthers with grit. Who the
Which
fuck's gonna win?
They did get us
Honestly, I'm
in
taking that
the
grit. I'm taking grit.
World.
Grit won last year.
What was that?
Fucking grit, dude.
Four Nations. They did get us with that in Four Nations. But
By the way, this has happened twice before. I forget what year. Oilers versus Islanders. The winner of the Hart Trophy or whoever it was, or just best player basically at the time. Gretzky lost one year, had a finals rematch next year, then he won. Sid the Kid lost to the Red Wings one year. The next year, he won the cup against them, and then last year it was McDavid losing and winning the Hart.
dude,
This year, so if history repeats itself the last 3 times, then
Oilers are
are
win,
destined
right?
for the cup.
damn.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, well.
Brad Marchand.
Go Oilers.
Brad Marchand. I cannot say that 5 times fast.
Brad Marchand, Brad Marchand, Brad Marchand, Brad Marchand, Brad Marchand, Brad Marchand.